Houston Station, you're ready for farewell ceremony.
And we're ready too. We're watching. Thanks.
And this is time when we have to say goodbye, our friends, our colleagues, the excellent crew of Shuttle Atlantis that did an excellent job performing 3 EVAs, installing the new Russian module, and just having the fun, enjoying the living on station and working in space. And they show the good example of friendship, professionalism, and classic attitude in their behavior. So it's really needed goodbye, but it's time to departure. So again, thank you, Ken, thank you, all crew, thank you for excellent job, for your patience, for your work, for everything. We enjoyed working with you.
Well, like, we are one happy shuttle crew, and we are happy because of all of your effort too. I think through our entire dock time frame here, we were a 12-person crew that operated together, and that was the only way that we got everything done and got MRM installed and got the EVAs done. So we are happy, but this one is to friends we're going to leave behind and new friends that we've made, close friends, my friend. We've had a great time together. And TJ will be home soon. Suichi will be home soon. It's all good. Alrighty. We're going to close the hatch shortly, and we're going to depart. And of course, as always, it'll be a little bit sad. But we'll see you all on the surface of planet Earth again soon.
The crews of Expedition 23 and Space Shuttle Atlantis bidding farewell to one another, preparing to close the hatches after the hatches have been open for nearly 7 full days. Atlantis's crew of 6, the farewell ceremony hosted by Station Expedition 23 Commander Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kotov. You heard him first, followed by Shuttle Commander Ken Ham. Remaining behind, all of the crimson shirts, those are the crew members of Expedition 23. The blue shirts, the crew of STS 132. The joint crews have gathered in the Harmony module, the connecting point between the International Space Station and at the far end Space Shuttle Atlantis.
Houston, Atlantis on air to ground. One big loop for undocking. Go ahead, Piers, on the big loop. Okay, we're about to put 4.102 in work. Shuttle ISS, duct removal and hatch closing. Okay, we copy and we're ready. Our airlock fan is off, so they're good to go for step 2. Copies.
Station on 2 for the hatch closure procedure. Are you ready for me to begin in step 4?
Not yet. We're just finishing up step 3 at this time. I'll give you a call when we're complete and ready for 4.
Thanks a lot, Sonny.
Atlantis.
Atlantis Houston Air to ground 2 for cryo config.
Go ahead for cryo config.
On A15, cryo tank 5 heater O2 alpha to off.
Okay, that's complete.
And on R1, O2 tank 2 and 3 heaters alpha and bravo, that's 4 switches to auto, and tank 1 heater alpha to off.
Okay, that's complete.
And a note, if you get a spec 6802 or H2 tank P message, please deactivate the heaters for that tank. We're just configuring an O2 system to get on tank 3, and you might see some destrat in tanks 1, 2, possibly 4 and 5.
Okay, so for any tanks that trip a message, we'll deactivate the heaters.
Good readback. In Atlantis, we're ready to hand over attitude controls. As soon as station confirms free drift, we'll be ready to go auto on the DAP.
Copy.
In work aboard Space Shuttle Atlantis and the International Space Station, closing of the hatches between the two spacecraft. There are actually 3 hatches that will be closed. On the far end, the orbiter's docking system hatch will be closed, and Tracy Caldwell Dyson will close the APAS hatch, which is the hatch on the docking mechanism on the station side. And then the forward hatch nearest the camera at the Harmony module interface to the pressurized mating adapter, that will be the 3rd and final hatch closed. In the meantime, Space Shuttle Atlantis' digital autopilot is just about to be reconfigured so that Atlantis' thruster jets will take over attitude control of the entire station. It's a choreographed event. The station is commanded into free drift so that its control moment gyros are taken out of momentum management.
Okay, Atlantis copies and adapts in auto.
And Atlantis now is assuming attitude control and will remain in attitude control throughout the remainder of the undocking phase.
We are on step 12 of 0.14.102 and holding for the station side to complete 13. PC copies. Step 14 is at work.
Houston copies.
Houston Station on the ISS side, we closed APAS hatch and equalization valve is closed.
Copy, step 17 is closed. Sorry, step 17 is complete. APAS hatch closed. Thanks, Luigi.
Thank you. And if you guys are okay, we're going to move on to step 18.
Copy, we are ready for step 18, Sweetie.
And Houston Atlantis, we're going to exchange LIO. Any words on which channel to use?
Piers, that per the Q card, 2 STS-129 cards. Cans.
Okay, both of them 129, copy.
With the hatch closed, the hatches were open between the two spacecraft for joint operations for 6 days, 20 hours, and 25 minutes. The hatch was opened on May 16th and closed at 7:43 a.m. Central Time today. The next activity on Atlantis is to swap out the lithium hydroxide canisters. That lithium hydroxide is a chemical method for scrubbing carbon dioxide out of the cabin atmosphere, and then the crew will press on through the remaining steps in preparation for undocking, including installation of the centerline camera in the orbiter docking system. They'll conduct a series of leak checks between the station's far hatch that you see in the far end of this view and the shuttle's hatch. That area is known as a vestibule. They'll perform a leak check between the seals of those two hatches. That will come after the forward hatch to the Harmony module is closed. The crew members Soichi Noguchi and Tracy Caldwell Dyson, Expedition 23 flight engineers, along with TJ Creamer, continuing to step through the procedures that they are following along on the laptop computer that you see there.
Our part of 4.102 is complete with the exception of the LIO changeout, which is in work.